From an extraordinary super genius to the fan-favorite sidekick turned hero and even a literal alien, James Gunn has been busy teasing the fans with some fascinating new characters. So let's talk about how they might fit into DCU's Chapter 1, starting off with Mr. Terrific. James Gunn hinted at having an interest in Mr. Terrific by sharing an Alex Ross cover for JSA number 76. The cover depicts the character in the modern age, and fans were quick to speculate his appearance in a DCU movie soon.
Terrific! You're finally here.
I received your invitation. Though I'm a little disappointed. I thought it would have been more challenging.
Maybe this is exactly what I wanted.
Formerly known as Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific is among DC Comics' brightest minds. He has an eidetic memory and an innate ability to learn after all. But that's not all he's got on his resume. Mr. Terrific is also an Olympic-caliber athlete and a great boxer. Because of his extraordinary intelligence, Mr. Terrific was able to construct the T-spheres that grant him superhuman strength. It's exciting that Gunn has shown interest in this character as he ends up joining the Justice League. But the question arises, where does Mr. Terrific fit into the DCU?
What's this? I'm trying to map the multiverse. There are infinite Earths, each with their own history based on choices our other selves have made. So what do you need?
Although Mr. Terrific was not confirmed to be a part of James Gunn's DCuniverse Chapter 1 plans, he can easily make an appearance in the HBO Max show Waller. With Waller's reveal as Task Force X's leader at the end of Season 1 of Peacemaker, Waller's show will likely pick up from there. As a result, she may end up developing Checkmate, a new program inspired by her exploits in the comics, and Mr. Terrific joins Checkmate and quickly rises through the ranks to become the White King. That way, Waller could add a super genius to her new squad, while also introducing Mr. Terrific to the DCuniverse.
I don't know.
As the third smartest person in the world, I hope you'd be more helpful.
Conjecture without data is guessing. And as for those world's smartest lists, they're never accurate.
Mr. Terrific is a great character, but this next one really got the fans talking, and that's the intergalactic bounty hunter, Lobo. Gunn also hinted at a possible appearance of Lobo in the new DCU. The bounty hunter from the planet Zarnia works all over the galaxy and is virtually impossible to hurt thanks to his fast healing. Along with that, Lobo also has super strength and a wide arsenal of weapons. This is one character that really got fans excited, especially since there was talk that Jason Momoa could play the character in the future. Lobo hasn't been confirmed to be in the DCuniverse Chapter 1 yet, but he could be the main villain in Superman Legacy. Now, everyone knows that he and Superman have a very interesting rivalry. Watching the vicious and self-centered bounty hunter Lobo take on the optimistic and noble son of Krypton Superman is always exciting. This seems very likely since Gunn hasn't confirmed Superman Legacy's villain yet, so I'm pretty sure and really excited that he'll pop up on the screen during the upcoming Superman movie.
He's the only one of his people here on Earth. Are there more on the way?
They're on their way, all right. And those bloodthirsty sons of don't care who they gotta liquefy to get him.
Although Lobo's tease was a great source of fans' excitement, Swamp Thing could introduce one character who brings way more to the table, and that's the Dead Man. Boston Brand, aka the Dead Man, might also make an appearance in DCU's Chapter 1. Brand was a circus performer and grew up in an abusive family. He was shot dead during a performance. However, before he dies and goes to the afterlife, Ramakrishna gives him a new purpose in life, to make amends for his mortal mistakes by aiding his fellow humans. As a result, he turned into the Dead Man. But see, the thing that's most intriguing is the fact that he can potentially set up one of the most interesting teams in the DCU, and that's Justice League Dark. Okay, first off, don't confuse it with the Justice League Dark movie from the Dark Universe. I'm talking about the JL Shadow team here. Deadman is a member of the team in the comics, and being a ghost, has the ability to possess others and cross dimensions.
I used to be an acrobat, a trapeze artist in the circus. Until one night during the show. I don't know who did it or why, but he had a hook for a hand.
The Swamp Thing film is a natural fit for him in the established canon of the DC Cinematic Universe, as the two were colleagues in JL Dark. Until now, all of the characters are pretty aligned with the storylines revealed for Chapter 1 of the new DCU. This next character, however, is probably the most surprising among the bunch. I'm talking about Jonah Hex. Gunn teased the 19th century outlaw in a social media post on his 50th anniversary. However, what makes this tease the most surprising is the fact that this bounty hunter doesn't live in the same timeline as the other heroes. heroes. This gives him a different part of the universe to explore than the main Justice League-style heroes. But then again, Jonah Hex has been in some comic crossovers and has met the Justice League thanks to time travel. So is Gunn planning something similar in the live-action films? Well, DCU's Chapter 1 has a Booster Gold series, which can be a great landing spot for this time-traveling hero.
Well, I suppose you'll be wanting to share the bounty for these here outlaws.
Keep it. I fight for justice, not money.
At least take this and get yourself a proper cowboy hat.
But he isn't likely to stick around in the main DCU because, don't interfere with the timelines and stuff. And there aren't many details about what Booster Gold's show will look like or what time periods he will visit either. But still, I guess it's possible that Booster Gold will take a trip to the 19th century because he has the technology. Jonah Hex is said to be the deadliest man alive, so knowing Michael Carter, he might want to meet him to see if the story is true. All of these are great in their own rights, but none of them even come close to the fan appreciation this next character receives. He's none other than the former boy wonder, Nightwing. It's quite possible that Gunn wants to introduce Nightwing in the DCU as well. After announcing the lineup, he addressed several internet character introduction lists. The top 10 characters we want to see kind of lists. And Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, was the only character that appeared in both IGN and Bleeding Cool's list. It makes sense considering how much fans love to see him. Unfortunately, Gunn has hinted at his potential debut in the DCU. Even though he's not officially announced yet, the upcoming The Brave and the Bold could use a little Nightwing in the cast. I mean, come on, the movie is literally a father-son story, and Dick is Bruce's son, so him being part of the Brave and the Bold makes the most sense. Not to mention, he had the best relationship with the Bat out of all the Robins, if I'm being honest. So Gunn, please bring Nightwing to the movie, and since we're on the topic, Damian Wayne will also be in it, as he's right in the center of it all, along with his dad, Bruce Wayne, but expect some other members of the Bat family to make an appearance as well. Gunn also teased another fan-favorite character, and this time, it's our friendly Martian, John Jones. Yes, Gunn actually teased the Martian Manhunter as well, though not directly. But he was on all of the lists that the DC Studios co-CEO responded to. IGN and Collider both put John Jones on their lists of people the DCU needs. And that's actually true if they're planning a big Justice League movie. Still, it isn't a guarantee that Martian Manhunter will show up, but he could fit into a couple of upcoming projects, which gives me hope, honestly. As a way to set up the next Justice League team, John could show up in Superman Legacy. However, the Lanterns might be a better choice to tell you the truth. Here's why. Based on what Gunn said about Lanterns, the Green Lantern-led HBO Max series will feature Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart in a detective-style story that takes place mostly on Earth, but considering it's a Lantern Corps show, expect a few moments to take place in space as well. Since the Lanterns have direct links to space, and we know another hero with links to space, you guessed it, Martian Manhunter, so it makes sense for him to show up in Lanterns. Plus, it would be a way to add another hero who lives on Earth and can help the Lanterns, since Superman isn't in the franchise yet. With that said, those were the most exciting characters teased by James Gunn in DCU's Chapter 1.